I'm going to show you a balance exercise called the one-arm dumbbell bench press. So since it is a bench press, you're going to be working this in your chest and your traps and also through your triceps, but this adds an extra element of instability, which is going to help strengthen you through the core. I'll show you what it looks like in a few variations to make it easier and harder, but one of the main reasons to make it harder, or the main ways to make it harder, is increase weight with the dumbbell that you're holding, and to make it easier is to reduce that weight. So I'm going to sit down on the bench. Gonna use just a 25-pound weight here to start. And so I guess something I should address is that if you haven't really used a dumbbell on bench press before, you want to make sure that you're comfortable with it and you're not going to drop it on yourself. And one of the techniques that I like to use for getting up with the weight is you lift your right leg for the right dumbbell and you lower it down into your leg, and you actually use the weight over your knee to help for you to sit up. And then when we're going back, we'll set the weight on the leg, and we'll actually use the leg and your arm to help put this weight where it needs to go. And so, as you can see, with only having weight on one side of my body, it's going to want to pull me off to one side. So, a couple ways to do this is you can have your feet down on the ground, which gives you more stability, which I don't prefer because it naturally wants to put an arch in your lower back. You can have your knees up on the bench like this, which makes it a little bit more difficult. You're not quite as stable. Or if you want to make it even more difficult, you lift your legs off like so, and you'll do the one-arm dumbbell bench press like this. This is how I'll show you to do it. So dumbbell right arm. I'm going to bring this down so that way my shoulder is parallel to the ground, like my tricep and elbow are at 90 degrees. Then we're going to come back up. With your left arm, you know, it's a good idea to just have it resting on your chest or your abdomen. You don't want to have it way out here or grabbing underneath the bench to try to stabilize yourself. If that's the case, then you have too much weight. So we'll be able to do some repetitions of the one-arm bench press. Then you can, if you need to, sit back up. You can switch arms, rock back. I'll show you what that looks like from this side right here, give you a little bit different view. And I'm going to bring this down. You can see that my arm's now parallel to the ground. And we're going to bring this back up. Again, maintaining tight through your core, so that way the weight doesn't try to pull you off the bench. So that is how you do the one-arm bench press.